Hey everybody, it is Monday night, which means we have a Reef Automation live stream. It's good to see everybody here. I got most of the usuals in here. Hopefully get some more people in here. We're going to have a wonderful stream, I promise. We had a lot of submissions. I was really happy to get all the submissions via email, Facebook. I think some people sent them via YouTube. I went through all of them over the weekend. I went through some of the good, bad, and the uglies, and we're going to go through just about every one of them that I got, actually. I made a decision this morning that I think we have enough time to go through every single submission. So we're not just going to go through the ones that won the prize, but we're also going to go through everyone's submission so that way everyone gets a chance to show off their tank, maybe make some comments in the comments. I'm going to have questions probably about all of these as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of these tanks for the first time with you guys. I'm sorry, I already saw them. I'm looking forward for you guys to see them for the first time. So this is going to be fun. Let's see. So yeah, let's get everybody in here. We only got 18 people in here. I want to get a few more people in here. If you did submit to the contest, please know that you need to be here for the win. I got some really good ones. I can tell you that I got some from definitely not from the United States, which was really cool. I got some from Europe. I got a few really cool ones and a few that were quite interesting for sure. Rob B asked how many submissions. I don't know how many I got, so this is gonna be fun for sure. Let's see. Yeah, so go ahead, share, guys. Let everyone know to come on in. I want to have more people in here so everyone can kind of join me because I'm going to be alone talking most of the time. So, yeah. A couple housekeeping things. Guys, remember I have a store, reefautomation.net. If you are in need of any reefing supply, I can get it for you. I even might be able to give you some bundle deals and some other things. So if you need anything reefing related, just let me know. I do free shipping and no sales tax on most of the sales. Like I said last week, if you guys need something, please buy from me. You get the support that I'm going to give you, and it'll help me get my channel going here. It'll help me get my store going and just help me out a lot. So I'd appreciate it if you need to purchase something that you purchase it for me. And that's about it. I'm going to be very constructive with these. I'm going to kind of give you the pros and cons and what I see some improvement. I'm going to give you that. I'd also like some people in chat to kind of go over what they think about it. I really want to know what people think about these tanks because there's quite a lot of cool stuff in these tanks. I got to be honest with you. All right, so I think I did these in alphabetical order accidentally. So if your name starts with A, you're probably going to go first. So let's go. All right. So the first tank we're showing off is Aaron's Aquaculture. He was on my stream, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. So if you guys didn't see that, you can go back and take a look and go over his tank and his setup. So this is his tank. I think he said, if I recall, it's about 6 months old. He's got a lot of frags going in here. I see he's got the dreaded I think they're called Paleothoa. I don't know. In the upper right-hand corner here. He's got a lot of frags growing here. He's got a really beautiful tank. Let's see. I didn't really see anything, in terms of inside the tank that I would change. I think everything looks really good. It looks to me like it's a bare bottom tank. As you guys know, I'm not a big fan of bare bottom tanks. It looks like he's doing well here in the first couple months. So that's pretty cool, that he's got a tank going this well and it's a bare bottom tank. So I congratulate him for that for sure. Okay, so let's go through some of his some of his equipment. Like I said, I'm not going to go into too many details with Aaron because he was on a couple weeks ago if you want to see more detailed. But his equipment underneath the tank is super clean. I like how everything is very clean. I'm a fan of this. So you're going to see that the people that I really like from this contest are the ones that had much cleaner tanks. Not inside the tank, but actually outside the tank. Really impressed me. So yeah, he's got a couple, looks like J-Bows, Reef Octopus running his return pumps here. So really nice, really nice. Let's see, he's got I'm not sure what skimmer that is. Yeah, he does have a hydro sticker. That's right, Carlos. There is a couple, I think a few hydros in this submission, so we'll see. He's got a really nice sump there, really clean. Look how clean that sump is, guys, after 8 months. I don't know what he's doing to make sure that sump is so clean. I mean, my sump is never that clean. Here's got that Mastertronic. Here's got his dosers right there. Super clean setup. There's his hydros board. It's just looking fantastic. He's got a little, I think he's got a little switch box there. So that's really cool. Needs to work on this just a hair, but other than that, I think it's fantastic. I like how all the cords are labeled, so he knows what they are. He's got the outputs labeled. But yeah, I think this tank's a definite contender here. This is a great tank. So this is what it looks like from the view from his, I'm assuming his family room. But really fantastic tank, guys. Really clean. I like how everything looks underneath. There's really not a lot that I would recommend. I mean, honestly, everything looks really good in this tank. So, okay, so the next one. This one is from, I believe his name is Alfredo Del Rios. Alfredo de Rios. I don't know if you're on the chat, but this tank, I would say, is just amazing inside. He's got some really cool corals. Really, really good growth. I got some better pictures here. Like I said, I don't remember putting these in any particular order, so I'm going to go through them as best as I can. He's got a really interesting lighting contraption over the tank. He's got three. I think he said he's got 3 lights. He's got that positioning lights on the left and right. Hey, Alfredo, what's up, man? Maybe he can tell us again what the lights are doing here. There was a reason he's got them positioned like this. I just don't remember specifically why. But then he's got that auto feeder, which he mentioned in his video that the auto feeder has a battery backup in it, which is really cool. I don't know of any battery backup auto feeders here in the United States. I'm assuming this is something he has that I've never seen before. But let's see if I can get some pictures. I really want to show you his inside of his tank, which I think I have at one of the last pictures. But he's got a lot of stuff going on here. But we're going to mention one really crazy thing he's got going. But he's got a lot of dosing here. He's got, I think he's dosing the Red Sea colors, he said. That Reef Nutrition box is actually, bottle is not Reef Nutrition. He said he put in potassium, I think he said, into that. So he's dosing potassium, strontium, and he's got balling method for his dosing. He's also got this thing called Zeppa Auto Balance. I've never heard of that. I'm going to do some research on it, but I think it's a balling method type device. But what's really interesting, guys, oh, by the way, he is dosing calc on the right there with his auto top off. But what's really crazy, Alfredo needs to kind of explain this in chat. He's got a subwoofer back there that plays Reef music, and I think he was saying something how the bass hits during certain points of the time of the day or something with the Reef tank, which is freaking cool. I was like, I've never heard of anyone putting a subwoofer underneath their tank, so it's kind of interesting for sure. Yeah, he's got a lot going on, but here is the pictures of his tank. I think I took a couple here. That's not his. But here's a really nice picture of his tank. He's got exceptional color, exceptional growth. I took these snippets from his video. He has a video on our Facebook group if you want to take a look at it. It's fantastic, guys. It really is. So about some of the things I would kind of question. This is like I said, I have a couple other pictures, but my question really for Alfredo is it's so close to the outside here, and I was curious about a couple things. I'm not sure where he lives, but are you getting any algae growth due to the sunlight? I mean, you got a lot of sunlight that can be coming in here. So that was my first concern looking at this tank is I saw a lot of open windows around it. Yeah, the audio is synchronized with the pump. That's just insane in a good way. That's really cool. So I was questioning the positioning of the tank with the lighting. I was wondering if you do have any issues with that. I was curious about the lighting, but he did mention it. It's I guess a sun arc. But whatever he's doing, guys, that is what he's got inside his tank. His tank looks phenomenal. And like I said, these pictures don't do justice. I wish I had some more pictures, but obviously, I'm going to be a little nitpicky on the wire management, of course, and I know if Alfredo knows me, he knows me to be a very big stickler on on wire management. So, of course, I'm going to encourage him to clean that up. I think that would really be the icing on the cake here for this tank, is to really get that cleaned up, nice looking, but man, the exceptional pictures of his tank itself is just, like I said, you guys got to look at the video that he has on Facebook. You can really see a nice picture, video of all his growth. It's quite astonishing. I really like how this looks. I avoid looking under the tank. Okay, so next, this is Mr. C. Mathis, Chris Mathis, and I got to tell you guys, this one surprised me. Of all the tank submissions, this is one that surprised me the most. This is a 20-gallon tank, guys. And what's amazing is look at how amazing this tank looks. And the best part of this tank has to be the automation. Has to be. He's got... I'm not laughing. I think it's amazing what you're doing, Chris. I think his first name is Chris. He's got 2 dose. He's got an Apex running. He's got Ecotech going. He's got a Trident on this thing. Again, it's a 20-gallon tank, guys. He's got a tablet running over here, but it gets better. It gets much better. He's got 2 on a 20-gallon tank, guys. He's got 2 Ecotech XR15s running. This is incredible. But look at this, guys. He's got a sump for that 20-gallon tank. And what he mentioned in his video, if I recall, is there is no overflow in the back. And I think he said he drilled the holes in the back. So this isn't an all-in-one. This is just a solid tank. Yeah, he's got a sump, which is incredible. I thought this was incredible. But furthermore incredible is he's got a mat roller there that he does by hand. It is not an automatic roller. It's done by hand. I didn't know that until I looked at his video, and I was like, holy cow, this is really cool. So because it's such a small tank, he probably doesn't have to worry too much about the auto roller or automatic rolling of that roller. That's pretty cool. I believe that's a camera right there, and I thought that was interesting. He's got a camera. I think that's a camera facing the water level of his tank, so he knows what's going on. But again, what's so incredible is he's got a 20-gallon sump on a 20-gallon tank. But it gets better, because next to it, he's got a frag tank. I was like, holy cow, he's got a frag tank next to his other tank in the cabinet. And I was like, wow. So this little 20-gallon tank, guys, it has a frag tank and a 20-gallon tank, has a Trident, has all kinds of automation. He's got a calc stir, if I believe, on the left there. There was something, he's got a doser, I think he's got a GHL doser on the left. I mean, this thing's insane, like absolutely insane, C. Mathis. I gotta hand it to you. For an office tank, I wish there we go, there's that this is in his office. Right underneath the tank, he's got a sump. To the left, he's got a frag tank, and so much automation for a 20-gallon tank, guys. I'm just blown away. And I saw that AJ said you should see my automation on my nano tank. I'm sorry, but this blows my nano tank away, guys. This blows it away. I got just a couple things on my nano tank compared to this, and look at the amount of growth and coral he's got running in this tank. I mean, it's just beautiful for such a small tank. It looks a lot larger when you look at it, right? But it isn't. I mean, look, it looks like a packed SPS. I don't know. When I first saw it, like a 50-gallon tank, and this is a 20-gallon tank. So fantastic nano tank. I'm just blown away by this one. Okay, so next, this is an interesting one. So this is the picture he sent me originally. This is Dave. Dave sent me this picture originally. I'm not exactly sure why. This is actually what the tank looks like when it's clean, which is really funny because I didn't care if you guys sent me clean tanks or dirty tanks. I just wanted to see all the cool stuff you guys are doing. So this is Dave's. I'm not going to show that silly picture. So he's got a couple things automated. He's got a little bit of a sump in the back there. He's got, I think that's a Jabo pump in the back. He's got a couple things on the left there. But the growth is really good. I mean, he's got some Gorgonians in the back, which we know Gorgonians are really difficult to take care of. They look like they're doing really well. I don't see any SPS really in this tank. Maybe you guys can see. I don't see. I think there might be some sticks in the left, or those might be leathers. But it's a very basic tank, very small tank. He's got a clownfish going there. He's got. So here's the back end. He's got a little refugium in the back. I'm not sure what that is. I didn't get a video or conversation with him, so I'm not exactly sure what some of this is. If he's here, maybe he can explain to us what some of this stuff is. But very, like I said, it looks really good for a basic tank. He doesn't have algae growing. He doesn't have, I mean, other than this horrible picture he sent me. He's got a really good setup going here. I mean, it looks good. Everything's growing. I don't see a lot of dead corals, for instance. I think everything looks great. I don't know what you guys think, but for a small tank, I think everything looks good. So moving on. Here's a couple more things that Dave has. He's got a little doser here. He's got a little switch box, essentially, to turn off and on things. So, like I said, it's doing good for just a basic system. So this is Drake. This is not Dave. This is a different tank. This is Drake M. I think it was Drake Morris who sent this one to me. So let's see. I'm trying to remember what he's got. So yeah, he's got the Apex going here. Again, I'm going to kind of mention the wire management here. I always like to see clean setups with wire management. The cords, I would definitely label them, not knowing what they are. No matter what controller you guys have, if you're running a Hydros, if you're running an Apex, if you're running a GHL, hell, if you're running just little RF switches, which I forgot to mention, Alfredo's tank, he is running automation via Wi-Fi outlets. He doesn't have a controller, which I thought was pretty astonishing for how great that tank looks. But anyway, again, I like seeing a little more wire management, a little more cord management. But here's Drake's tank. I think it looks really good. I didn't get a lot of pictures up from him, but this is a side view of the tank. I think he did send me a front picture. I did not add it to my slideshow, so I apologize. But I thought this picture was a better picture anyways. He's got a lot of good growth. I mean, he's got the SPS on top running, growing really well. Reef breeder likes. I think it looks really good. Not a lot of automation that I could see. I think he's on the stream. Yeah, Gulf Coast Reefer. Cool. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about your automation. I didn't see a lot other than these two things from what you sent me. But I think it's doing great. Everything looks good in this tank. So, fantastic. Really fantastic. I like seeing tanks that aren't dirty, that are clean, even though some of you guys sent me dirty tanks just to mess with me before you cleaned them. But I like seeing tanks with not a lot of algae. That means you're really taking care of it. You care about your fish, you care about your corals, care about the life inside there, and it's really nice to see people caring about their tanks. Which brings me to this one. Okay. I'm going to try to be as positive as I can about this one, and I have a lot of questions. This one is from GN Zake 77. I took a look at this multiple times trying to understand what's going on. So I hope, there he is. I hope people can tell me what's going on with this tank. My presumption is he just started the tank. That's my presumption. I'm not laughing at the tank. I'm just trying to understand a couple things on it, and I really want to get some information. And then I can really give you my opinion on it. Since it looks like it's a brand new tank, it's really hard to judge compared to some of these older and more established tanks. So I'm not going to really, get into, oh, well, he only has 2 coral, blah, 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 blah. You know what? He's got 2 coral. He's just starting out. However, what is the tinfoil? I need to know what the tinfoil is. That's really all I need to know is what is the tinfoil. Out of the whole system, I looked at this tinfoil the whole time trying to figure out what the tinfoil was. That's all I want to know. What is the tinfoil? I don't think I have another picture of it. Let's see. It was his lunch while cleaning the tank. So he's got an inkbird. I think is doing his heater, so that's good to see. It's really good to see that you're doing something for your heater. I see a lot of people out there that put heaters on their tank and they don't put any type of controller on it. So I think that's a great start for a beginner to have an inkbird controller. That's fantastic. It looks like he's running a J-bow. I'm going to recommend a couple things here. I don't know how big this tank is. This looks like it might be a 20 or a 10. I'm thinking it's a 20, just based on. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I like. Aaron made a good point. I like how you have the outlets away from the tank. I see a lot of beginners put the outlets underneath the tank, which is a huge mistake, especially for all the stuff. I'm going to recommend, of course, even though this is a very, a very basic beginner tank, I would highly recommend that you put some drip loops in there. I see a lot of wiring that's just going across. You shouldn't have any water going that way. I mean, there's kind of a little bit of a dip going down, so it's potentially possible you might get some water damage or something going into the outlets. I think it's unlikely. Sorry if I'm turning my head over here because I'm seeing it a little bigger on my other tank. Mathis, I wish that Aaron Batfish Killer submitted his tank. I wish I just went to his house and took a picture so you can see it. But you guys have seen his stuff, by the way. If you go way back, we did a whole tour of his house. Anyway, I don't remember your name. I'm sorry. I'm just calling you ZN Zake because that's what your name is here. I'm going to highly recommend that you label your wires. Even though I realize this is very beginner, it should be something I'm always going to recommend to everybody. Always label your wires. Because you never know, you might win a controller from me, for instance, and you're going to have to unplug things. You're not going to remember what things were. Just an example. I would recommend that you guys label your wires. I would recommend a little more wire management here. In terms of the tinfoil, I'm going to recommend that you say that you're getting lights inside. You're getting lights where inside? You're getting lights. What is that on the right there? Is that a refugium box? I don't know what that is. He's got a hang-on filter, which is fine. Oh, it's a refugium. Um, man, you know what I did and actually works really good for me is I have this Gorilla Tape. It's black. It actually looks really good. Like if I showed you it on my tank, you'd see what I mean. But I have this black Gorilla Tape. It's really, really strong, and I taped it over my refugium where the light was bleeding in, and it works like a champ. It really does. So instead of tin foil, maybe just aesthetically, you could try that. You know. Yep. See, I use duct tape. It works. It works. So. So anyway, we'll skip this one, but I just wanted to show you. Thank you for the submission. Um, okay, this is Jake Speed. He's been on my channel a few times. I don't know if he's here. I haven't seen him, but this is Jake Speed's tank. I really like the cabinetry. Looks really good. Of course, I'm going to say got a lot of Xenia going here. This is all Xenia. All of this is Xenia. So I don't know if he's just a fan of Xenia or it has overtaken his tank. My opinion on Xenia, I just never get Xenia because it does what we're seeing on his tank here. If you like Xenia, then fantastic, But the problem with Xenia is it's going to take over your tank, and you're not going to be able to put any new coral in. It might be manageable right now, but once it starts growing up the walls, once it starts growing up everywhere, I mean, it's going to get out of hand real fast. So I would start killing it off. I'd start taking it out. So yeah, I don't know if I can zoom in. Let me see. Yeah, this software I cannot zoom in. Let's see. Let me try this. Hey, look at that. Yeah, see, it gets pretty blurry here. Nice call. I guess I can zoom in. Okay. He's got a bunch of really nice looking fish in here. Everything looks healthy. The Xenia, of course, looks very, very healthy. I mean, the whole tank looks healthy. He doesn't have a lot of algae growth. The sand looks great. Very happy with this tank. I got a couple close-ups of his fish. Some really nice pictures here. Nice leather coral. Looks like your clownfish is hosting your leather, which I see very often happening. I don't think this is Xenia actually. If I'm zooming in, this looks like Kenya tree coral, which is also very evasive, of course. Yeah, Gary, I love the canopy. I love the look of this. It's a really nice showpiece going into my house. I mean, the only thing I would recommend here is get a scraper, scrape off that backing stuff. You also could, Jake, you could also get some Green Star polyp. A lot of people you have such a lot of back. I mean, you could do some more live rock. You could do some more aquascaping. You got a lot of empty space on the top of the tank, but you could do some Green Star polyps and attach it to the back, and it will just start growing on the back like a big like grass. I think it would look really cool for the fact that you have such a lot of space on the top. But yeah, it's looking good. I believe this is still his tank here. He's got a lot of automation packed into a small place. So the only comment I'm going to make about this is heat. I don't know how much heat that your stuff is going to generate in general. I don't know if you keep that door closed or that is a door. I can't tell from the picture. I presumed it was a door. But heat is just bad in general to keep everything so close together like that. I like how you have everything labeled. You got a nice switch box there. I see it looks like an Inkberg controller again, which again, I think everybody with Inkberg controllers out there, fantastic idea for anyone that has Apex or again, any controller has an Inkberg controller or something to control the heating. I'm not sure what that white box is. I think this is an ice cap battery backup. At least that's what it looks like to me. Again, it's another conversation piece for wire management because you're going to see some tanks I'm going to show you that have some just phenomenal wire management. And it's just a big thing for me to know what I'm plugging into things. I love how you do have your wires labeled up here, so at least you know what's what. I presume the same is going on with your plugs, but it's hard to tell from this picture. Let me see. Do I have another picture of yours? No, I don't. Let's see. He's got a breakout box up here. I assume these are. I presume these are battery backups. These white things. I'm not sure what those are, Jake. Cabin on the right of the tank has fans on a timer. Um, let's see. Hey, Carlos, thanks for watching, man. I appreciate it. I know it's pretty late for you, pretty late for a lot of people. You know, we might change the time to a little earlier to get more people in. And wink, wink. I don't know if Let's Talk for Reef is happening anymore on Apex on Tuesdays, so maybe I'll move to Tuesdays so that way people can not miss Monday Night Football. Philly Reefer, who's the only one, by the way, on the channel that watches Monday Night Football. But anyway, Jake, very nice. I like how the tank looks. Again, I think I would want to fill up this top with some stuff. Green Star Polyps is a good idea. Any type of Montipora would be good up here if you attach it. I think that would be great. So let's continue. Like I said, I'm going to go through everyone's tanks, good or bad, you know. No, I didn't wink both eyes. I winked one eye. Punk. Scuba. I know who you are, so I'm allowed to call you a punk. Let's see. Okay, next is James Covington. I have a lot of pictures from James. James sent me a really nice video explaining his whole tank. James, I think I saw you on the chat. For the submissions, guys, you guys could have submitted pictures, videos, whatever. Anything you guys submitted was freaking fantastic. But I had a lot of stuff from James, a lot of explanation, which really helped me dial down what's going on in his tank. So again, we got a nice Inkbird controller here. He's got looks like some Jabo pumps. He's got a little bit of automation. Like I said, some of these pictures are a little blurry. It's my fault because I took some clips. Again, labeling the wires, it's gonna be a sore point of the stream tonight. But if you're not labeling your wires, I think it's a cause for concern in the future, especially if you upgrade or change things. You know, God forbid one of your outlets gets stuck, or God forbid something happens. You need to know what outlet's what, so you can just unplug it right away. I always like to label every outlet. He's got a little auto top off going in a trash can, which I think is one of the best ways to do auto top off. Go over to Home Depot or Lowe's, right? And you can get a nice big 30 gallons of water out of this thing in a nice thin setup, which I thought was great. He's got a little doser. So he said, I think if he said he wasn't really dosing though, but he's got a nice little doser set up here. Let's see. Really nice tank. Let's see. This isn't a great picture. I wish I had some other pictures. Let's see. This is not his tank. Nope. That's next. Okay. So, a couple things to James. I really love his canopy. I don't know why, but everything I saw here, the most impressive thing I saw was his canopy. So he's got these Reef breeder lights in this canopy. I presume he built this right over his tank. He unfortunately didn't send me a picture. From my understanding, I couldn't find it, of the whole entire tank. But man, I really love this canopy, guys. If you're trying to make something cool to go over your tank, this is fantastic. It really is. Blocks out the light, and it just looks fantastic over the tank for sure. He sent me more pictures. Like I said, I went through everyone's videos. I went through everyone's pictures, tried to get as many pictures as I could. But I also didn't want to be here till 10 o'clock at night. So for me, so yeah. James, I love what you're doing here. I know you sent me a lot more than this. He's got a nice little breakout box here. But yeah, I think the most impressive thing I saw, he doesn't have a lot of coral. He's got it looks like it's a pretty new tank. He was questioning his flow. I would say, in my opinion, flow is obviously important, but you don't have a lot of large rocks and you don't have a lot of coral. So any flow you put in there is going to be a lot of flow because there's just so much area for the water to move. The more rocks you have in there, the more you're going to have trouble with your flow getting into certain areas. But for now, until you have large corals, I think your flow is just fine. I think he said he had a pump here in the back and on the other side here, and then I think he said he had a pump here on the right. So, yeah, James, I like the tank. Like I said, I really love your canopy. I don't know why it just stood out, but man, I really love your canopy, man. All right, so next. This is John. John is on the chat. Really nice tank, guys. He's got a lot of stuff going on. He's got coral care above. I think this is a square tank from the look of it. I wasn't exactly sure. I've had him on my channel. He was on, I think I've had you on twice, John, actually. We did a full thing about his tank. Probably, wow, maybe my 10th or 11th. Yeah, this is Tolbert's tank. Yeah, he's got a lot of coral, not a ton of growth. I don't know how new the tank is. I'm not like putting it down by any means. I just don't know how long this tank's been up. But it looks like he's got a lot of smaller corals, but you can see that they're going to grow and be just gigantic. He put a lot of space in between them, which is really nice to see. Everything looks really clean, guys. Really clean. If you're going to clean the glass, clean the sand, this looks really clean. I really like how this looks. I think in the back there, if I'm not mistaken, he's got 2 returns in the back and 2 gyres on the sides. Fantastic. Like there's going to be a lot of flow in this tank, a lot of opening. Really good. But where his tank shines, we'll go through this one more time. I'll come back to this. But he's got some great stuff going on here. With the exception of this thing, I should have just blocked it out from this entire thing. Really clean sump. He's got a lot of the same stuff I'm using, which is interesting, with the exception of this gigantic thing that to be named at another date. But he's got a phyto tank, which I think is awesome. He's got everything labeled. Again, labeling is huge for me, guys. Yeah, I mean, John, I took points off because this is in here. Like, if you didn't have this, you probably would have won. But since you have this, I don't know what to tell you. Just kidding. Let's see. Plumbing's nice. Pretty compact sump, but he's got a lot of stuff going on in here. This is what the tank looks like from the outside. Just a beautiful tank. I like the cabinet color on the white. I think that's tile, I'm presuming, at the bottom there. Just really nice showpiece, guys. He's got on the left there his trident, and he's got, you can see on the left there, a panel for his apex. Really nice, guys. Really, really nice. I mean, if it was me, again, I'm not nitpicking everybody, but if it was me, I would want to put a canopy matching the cabinet. I think the canopy would be really nice over this tank. I think that would look really cool. I'm not seeing his outlets labeled down here. Another stickler for that. I do like how he's got his apex outside of the tank. It's easy to get to in case he needs to get something. I saw a couple people that had their apexes kind of just packed it in the back of their sump somewhere and you'd never be able to get to it. But yeah, I think this looks really good, John. Really good. All right, next is Mr. Lee Wichnoff. Okay. Let's see. Most of the colonies are basketball size, really? It's hard to tell from this picture. You must have a gigantic tank, dude. Anyway, I think it looks fantastic. I'm not putting it down in any way, except for this thing. All right, so this is Lee. Okay. This is just a coral tank. He's got a couple different tanks. I think I counted 4, including the goldfish tank at the end. I think you got 4 tanks, right? Really, really nice tank, guys. He's got some he loves Euphyllia from what I can tell. He's got a couple sticks on the top. I think he said in his video that he's going to get to SPS. So that was interesting. Oh yeah, he's got the turtle. That's right. He's got a lot of Euphilia, a lot of LPS. I think he says he's working on SPS now. Pretty clean tank. Obviously, the sand. I think he mentioned he's messing with dinos, so that's unfortunate. You know, dinos are killer, especially you got a lot of stuff on the bottom of the tank. Um, I mean, if it was me, again, I know this would be really difficult for you. So, if it was me, if you had dinos, I would actually remove all of those corals from the sand because they're all gonna potentially get killed by the dinos until you clean up your dinos. I don't know if you have like a frag tank, you can throw them all in until your dinos are away. Otherwise, you're just going to be killing off some of those really nice LPS you have at the bottom there. Um, so, all right, Lee, this looks fantastic. This is a really nice looking board, guys. Really nice looking board, guys. I do wish that you would also label your wiring, but really nice board, Lee. However, oh, I don't think I have it. Darn it, you lucked out. So I don't know why I don't have some of these pictures. That's my fault. Inside the cabinet, however, there are wires scattered about like I don't know how to explain it. He mentioned it in his video. So Lee, I would of course recommend that you label everything on the outside, maybe with some nice labels. Black. They make black label makers with black and white writing, and would look really nice. And then of course inside the stand, I would highly recommend you cleaning up the wiring inside. It's just again, it's more of a stickler thing, but this looks awesome. Really sharp from the outside, and I think that's all that matters in the long run. But you know, if it was my tank, I would want all the wires to be clean everywhere. That's just me. But really, really clean setup. Here is his Fowler tank. He has a nice assortment of fish here. We're not all, yeah, okay, Rob. We haven't got to your tank yet. But yeah, his tank looks great. This tank, of course, has a bout of hair algae. Here's my recommendation on this. It is a fish-only tank, right? I would just dose the sucker with fluconazole. I might even throw in like 2 sea hares and see if they eat all of it. But I think with a fish-only tank, getting rid of algae is actually not too bad. I think there's some experts here in the chat that can probably help you out as well. I think you can get rid of this algae pretty easily, to be honest with you. We've got a great assortment of fish here. I got a bunch of these that he's got, and I love them. I have a magnificent fox face. I got that majestic angel also, yellow tang. I mean, man, you got some nice fish in there. So that's really cool that you're doing that. Let's see. Did I... let's see. We are at Mark. Yes, we are at Mark's tank. All right. Let's see. I think this is Mark's tank. So this is Mark S's tank. Now Lee has a ton of stuff going on in his tank, which I didn't show you. But yeah, I forgot to take some pictures, so that's my fault. For those that submitted, trust me, I looked at all of your stuff. So just because I didn't put it on the stream doesn't mean I didn't see it. I just wanted to get the more important things to be shown. You know, how things look, wire management, etc. Okay, this is Mark S's tank. Yeah, needs to be cleaned. That's the only thing I kind of looked at with this tank and said, well, it needs to be cleaned. Now, he's got a bunch of GSP growing in the back. I think I was mentioning this to, was it Jake? That's the GSP in the back. You could really get a good colony going. He's got a ton of GSP going here. Got a nice little, what's that, a Valentini puffer, I think? But it looks pretty good. It does need a good cleaning. I can tell you that was my only thing that I saw. He's got a couple automations things here. I didn't see a lot of automation. Very basic. Looks like there's just some GSP in there. Now not a lot to go on with this one. There wasn't a lot of comments I can make other than it just needs to be cleaned. That's really all I can say. I didn't get a lot of controller information or wiring information from these pictures. Maybe you did send them to me, Mark, but I didn't. I don't remember. I've been looking at this all weekend, so it was hard for me to remember everything. Yeah, Sawyer, I like the lid, the custom lid he's got going there. I've been looking at custom lids for my 10-gallon Nano also. Yeah. Okay, next. Mr. Rob S. Mr. Let's Not Be OCD has by far, I'm sorry to say, guys, by far the best wire management out of any tank that I got today or this week. Rob, I have to hand it to you, man. You, without a doubt, have the best wire management, without a doubt. So this might look dirty to you guys. It's not. He's just got a lot of stuff. This is actually extremely clean, in my opinion. I do think he could zip tie a little bit here to make it even cleaner. But let's see. I wish I can zoom in, but he's got everything wire tied across the wall here. I mean, this is really good, Rob. Really, really good. In terms of wire management, man, you are going to be the winner for wire management. I mean, fantastic. I really like the green and gray. I've never seen a tank with green and gray. I've seen a lot of orange and gray, of course. Seen a lot of red and gray. I haven't seen a lot of green and gray. So this is an interesting setup. I like the green and gray. Just exceptionally clean, guys. I mean, this is really good to see. Some really good plumbing. Really, really well done plumbing by Rob. I got to hand it to him. So here's his tank. You can see the plumbing underneath. I mean, it's just exceptionally clean, man. I didn't have a lot of cons to this tank. I mean, everything looks fantastic. Really, really clean. The only thing here is I don't know how new his tank is. He doesn't have a lot going on. I think, my opinion is different than most people. You guys have seen my Reef tank and you've seen my larger tank. I like high rocks. I know a lot of people do a lot of low rocks, and they do that so that their corals will grow, right? I've always been a fan of putting a lot of rock and then, cutting them as they get too big. I just like a really full pack tank, and I think the rocks really do it. And I've seen a couple of your guys' tanks where they just don't have a lot of rocks. And again, I think that's a personal preference. I don't think that's something that's negative in any way. It's just really hard because it's hard to gauge how well the tank's going to be with such low rock work and frags everywhere, Eventually, of course, it's going to be awesome. But for this contest, that's the one thing that was hard for me to gauge when I saw these fantastic, mind-blowing tanks with coral everywhere. But anyway, lights look perfect. I think he's got LEDs and Kessels going. But yeah, really, really good, Rob. This is also some coral pictures from Rob. Really nice, clean sand, by the way, guys. Really, really clean sand. Yeah, he's got a ton of automation. I don't know if you guys saw this. I know I went through it pretty quick. But this is just super clean. I was blown away by this. Really blown away by it. Got to be honest. Okay, so this is Mr. Philly Reefer. Of course, Philly Reefer's got some beautiful, I believe these are anemones, got some beautiful anemones. It's a pretty small tank from what I can see. Really a lot of growth with those anemones. It looks like you got, 7 of them? Something in that range. But Ronnie's got a good start going here. He's got looks like a couple corals, nothing crazy. But it's clean, guys. It's really clean. The back you can see is growing a lot of coralline, which is fantastic. Here's his sump. Again, it's no offense to Mr. Ronnie, but we saw Aaron's earlier, and I don't know how people make their sumps so clean. You guys have seen most of the guys' sumps here, and they're all pretty dirty, including mine. I don't know how Aaron's keeping it so clean. I just don't know. I would love to know how he's keeping it so clean. Anyway, let's see. So yeah, he's got a little skimmer going here. I'm not sure what skimmer that is. I've never seen that one. I don't know exactly which one that is. He's got some bio balls or those blocks on the left there. He's got a little refugium he showed me with is that dragon's breath in there. Really cool little sump. Nice clean setup here. Again, label the wires. I think that's going to be the only big gripe of the whole entire stream is just label wires, guys. I think that's a big deal. Oh, that's a bubble magus. Cool. So yeah, pretty clean setup. It looks, he's definitely got some work to do. It's a newer tank, but everything looks clean. The equipment rack looks clean. Again, I like seeing the Inkbird for your heater there. Really clean setup, Ronnie. Okay, so this is Terry's tank. Terry sent me a lot of stuff, so I had to go through a lot of his stuff. I tried to, pick and choose as much as I could from him. So yeah, it was really hard. So he's got like what, I don't know if Terry's on here. He's got like 5 tanks. So it was really tough to gauge all his tanks. So I tried to just pick one basically. He's got a lot. As you can see, here's another tank. A lot of softies. He's got a lot of leathers, a lot of softies, basic stuff. They're all doing really good. I don't see any problems with them. Again, these are just dirty tanks. He sent me some pictures of dirty tanks. So, really dirty tanks. I didn't get a lot from Terry. Like I said, there's a lot he sent me, but I just haven't had time to go through all of his tanks. He sent a number of videos. So, it was hard. So anyway, I got them all done in an hour. Look at that. That's all the submissions I got, guys. I wish I got more. If I missed someone, then obviously I didn't get their submission. So I got to look through all the tanks, and there was 3 things I can take away from all the tanks. There's a lot of clean tanks, a lot of wire management. I don't know if woes is the right word. Just need to work on your wire management. A lot of the tanks I saw. And third, labeling. Labeling is a big deal for me. I think it's a big deal for a lot of people. But a lot of good growth, a lot of good core. I don't think I had. I don't know if it was done on purpose, but I don't think I had anyone message me and send me anything with dead coral, which was nice to see. It was really nice to see everyone's tank was really in good shape. So, anyway. So I rated all of these on a couple different things, and we're going to go through who are the winners and so forth. The dead coral is in the ACR. So any questions, guys? Any questions for the people that are on the stream? Any questions about anybody's tanks? Just curious how you guys, what you guys thought of people's tanks, So a couple things about what's happening with me is I think last week you guys heard, if you were on the stream, that my Apex lost its program all of a sudden, right? And it sucked. It really sucked. So what I ended up doing is I ended up replacing my Apex again, and I reprogrammed everything from scratch. Everything from scratch. So that took me a while. I had to relabel all of my outputs. I had 40 modules. I had like 30 optical sensors. I don't know how many modules I had. I had to label everything. It took forever, but everything's back and running. I do have the Hydros. I did create a new video today on the Hydros. It was a real basic video. I got a couple more videos. Now that I've been able to really use the Hydros, I really have a better understanding of how to do some of the more advanced stuff. Rogues Gaming's asking, is there no backup config? There is, but my backup was corrupted. That's what was causing all this weird stuff to happen. So I just did it from scratch, Okay, so I know you guys are all waiting. We've been about an hour. So we have three winners, and we have one loser. Loser is the winner. um, again, there was a lot of submissions that I didn't have a lot of time to go through. Some of them I had a lot of time to go through because some people gave them to me like this morning, and then some people I think gave them to me yesterday, and I just didn't have time to really look through them as much as I wanted to. So the winners are going to win gift cards to my store. I felt this was the right prize because not only will you guys buy from me and buy from someone that um, ranked your tank, I guess, but also it's a good start for me to get you guys into buying from me, and hopefully you guys can use this and improve on some of the things maybe I talked to you about today. I don't know. Okay, so what do you guys want me to start? You want me to start with the winners, or you want me to start with the worst tank? Because I think it's an obvious one, but worst tank isn't the right word. The one that needs the most improvement. I apologize. So what do you guys want to start with? Yeah, worst tank isn't the right word, guys. We gotta say the tank that needs the most improvement. Okay, so I think this one's an obvious one, unfortunately. Okay, so Mr. Gienzake, you are the winner of the most. You are the one that requires the most improvement, um, and I think you're going to really use this $100 gift card I'm going to give you to your advantage on this tank. I recommend again labeling, maybe redoing your wire management a little bit. Um, but yeah, this one, I'm sorry to say, guys, is the winner of the worst, or the one that needs the most improvement. Um, I think it was obvious when I saw it. Um, the tinfoil was really what got me. I had some other pictures of the tinfoil. I don't know where they are, but hey, you won, man. That was part of this fun to win. For I mean, I had people submit some really interesting stuff, but this one won. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do three winners for this. Okay. There's gonna be three winners, and I'm not gonna rank them third, second, and first. Okay, is what I decided. I decided I'm gonna rank them on three different categories. Okay, and each one of you are gonna win a $100 gift card as well. Okay, and the three categories are the best looking um, coral tank, like looking inside the tank, what looks the best. The second one is going to be the best wire management. Okay, and then the third one's going to be the best, like the best. How do I explain this? Looking sump, best overall looking. Um, how do I put this? Automation underneath tank. I don't know how to put it. So best wire management, best looking tank inside the tank, and best plumbing slash. I don't want to say best overall because I think there's a lot of best overalls if you really want my opinion. Um, okay, so which one do you want me to start with? I can start with the best wire management, or I can start with the best coral tank. 5,000. Yeah, no one's getting $5,000. And the third category was, let's just call it the best plumbing, you know, or best underneath tank. I don't know how to explain it. I tried. Best. It can't be the best sump because you know it's not really the best sump. Okay. Any order is what someone had. I already dissed the worst. Okay. So the winner of the best under the tank is without a doubt this guy. Oh, Mr. Aaron Aquaculture. Without a doubt. This is by far the cleanest Sump, I got by a mile. I thought it was fantastic. It's super clean. Everything is really, really well done in this tank. Look at the wire, man. I mean, there's no wires, guys. I know he sent more pictures of his stuff, but again, he was on my stream 2 weeks ago, and we really went through his entire setup. So if you really want to see everything, go ahead and look at it. I think this is by far, without a doubt, the best underneath the tank winner. So Aaron, you're the first winner. The second winner for best wire management. Come on. Come on. My keyboard's not working, guys. Sorry. Derek gets the best junk in the trunk. Thank you. Come on. my keyboard's not working. There we go. All right. So this was an easy one. Best wire management, without a question in my mind, was Mr. Rob. Rob Z, you are my second winner. This is by far, I know it looks dirty to you guys, but this is super well done, guys. I mean, again, this doesn't do justice because I unfortunately didn't get the best pictures. If you go on his Facebook post, you can see some more pictures, and his I think he has a video of everything. But even his plumbing, guys, I showed you that plumbing underneath looks fantastic. I got to tell you guys, this is, if you want to do wire management, this is how I recommend doing it. Again, it may look dirty in your eyes to me, but this is, I think some zip ties would really do it justice. But man, guys, this is really well done for wire management as a whole. Again, you guys really have to take a look at some of his other things. But I think he did a really good job. So Rob, you are our second winner of the $100 gift card. Okay, drum roll. For the best inside the tank, without a doubt, Mr. Alfredo, you are the winner. Well, this is fantastic, dude. You guys have to see his video. He's got some YouTube videos. I mean, I don't mind, Alfredo, if you post it here in the chat. Dude, your tank's fantastic, man. You're doing everything right. Regardless of your wire management and all the nonsense I've been spewing, this tank looks phenomenal, dude. This is phenomenal, without a doubt. This is I would say, in terms of how things look inside and what he's doing to keep his corals alive, I think without a doubt this is number one. So Alfredo, you are the winner of the best looking inside the tank, as they say. But wait, there's more. There is going to be a fourth prize. I didn't tell you about that, guys. Because, I love to surprise people, right? So someone left, a couple of people left. Well, that's too bad for them, huh? So, the best overall tank. I was kidding. I, of course, have to have a best overall tank. So, you win $200 gift cards in my store. Because you are the best overall tank. Mr. Chris Mathis, your tank and your setup, my friend, is the best overall tank in this entire thing. I was blown away by this 20-gallon tank. Blown away. Wire management is phenomenal. He's got, for this little 20-gallon nano, guys, this is by far the best tank. I have to tell you guys. He's got a pretty decent clean sump. I'm not going to say it's, super clean, but it's good. He's got that roller mat thing going, but I mean, come on. This is really cool. The fact that he's got a frag tank next to his sump underneath his 20-gallon tank, guys, is super cool. Like, this is really cool, guys. How about a fifth, James? I mean, my God, dude. I gotta hand it to you. This is just insanely good, guys. Inside and out. I mean, the coral growth is phenomenal. What's really crazy is he's got so many fish in here in this little 20-gallon tank. I mean, but man, guys, I wanted to give a best overall, but I was kind of messing with you guys. I had to give a best overall. So so for our winners, I need you to contact me. Facebook's fine. Email it's sales@reefautomation.net, and I will give you the gift card code for your win. Thank you everybody that participated. I really do wish I had a lot more to go through. We didn't have a lot of submissions, but we had a good amount where it made it fun. And yeah, I had fun in doing this. I want to do this again one day. A lot of these tanks that we saw today, I'd love to see them in 6 months, let's say. I'd love to see what people are doing in 6 months, what people maybe used my gift cards for to improve their tanks. But yeah, a lot of people that sent me their stuff, you just have some little improvements here, and next time in 6 months you'll have a chance to win, right? So yeah, I had a lot of fun doing most improved contest. That's not a bad idea, Lee. So, but yeah, I went through them all, and some people sent me some videos. If you go on Facebook, you can see the videos of all the tanks. Chris, I would highly recommend that you put your video up on our Facebook channel, so that way people can see all of your stuff going on, because I think it's fantastic. Alfredo, I know you did. I would highly recommend that you put that up at the top. Say, here's my tank, so people can see what I saw. It's hard to see with pictures, And Rob, man, dude, your wire management, I commend you absolutely for that. And who else? Aaron, yeah, that clean sump won it for me without a doubt. So hopefully you guys agreed with me. It was kind of up to me this time. Maybe let us viewers rate your tank. That's fine. I have my tanks on YouTube. You guys can make comments all you want, anytime you want about my stuff. I don't care. And maybe next time, 6 months, we'll have like a viewer's choice type of award. Like, what do you guys think was the best? This time I wanted to review everything and give my opinions. So hopefully you guys agreed with me. I thought there was some really good tanks for sure. So, all right. Well, it's about 8. I will tell you a little bit of a secret. I'm trying to get some people on this stream, and one of them is going to be, if I can get him on, will be wonderful. And that's about all I can tell you, unfortunately. So, yeah. Anyway, searching for sexiest enemy in the world. Nice. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you had fun tonight. This was all fun. I just wanted to kind of go through everyone's tank. I didn't really want to be, I wanted to be a little bit critiquing, but not so much. I thought everyone's was really good overall. The tinfoil was I think the only thing that I was like, what? Other than that, everything else, guys, is really great. So, anyway, catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening.